It's hot today. Oh, yeah. Need a cold one. A lot less sugar in this drink, that's for sure. Cheers to you. Oh, what a lousy pour. I thought I was a better beer drinker than that. 3, 2, 1. Pretty darn good. Haven't been on for a while. We had construction at my house. So they put in all new siding and windows and doors. So we've been having construction here for a couple weeks. And then I got a cold. It's not been fun. I'm back here. Now look where I'm at. You can't really see everything here. And I'm looking at all my stuff. This is my workshop. And I like to fiddle around with restoring tools, and I do woodworking. I'm not a carpenter. That's not the type of woodworking that I do, but I sure enjoy what I do. I do do. No, I don't do doo-doo. I do stuff that requires gouges and stuff to work with, like I make spoons and stuff like that. Anyway, okay. I just crashed into my mic. I am here today to give you guys another ghost story. Now, this was witnessed, and it's 100% true. 100%. This is how it went down. Now that we've gotten through the chit-chat. Okay. I had a friend over, and she was from Northern California, and I'm in Southern California, so she drove down. And she was planning on going out to what they call the Slabs. It's a place out in Salton Sea. And she was on her way. So she stopped by. And she had brought along the dog of a good friend for companionship. And because she's a woman alone, having a dog is a good thing. And we have dogs here. We've always had dogs here. And I do love my dogs. Love them dearly. And so at the time, I had 2 dogs, and they've both passed. This will tell you how long ago this was. This was probably a good, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how many years ago this was because I didn't pay attention to the calendar on the date. I should have. But I do know what time it was. It was the afternoon, and it was warm, so it had to be probably summertime. And so my friend shows up. She had brought the dog, and that dog's name was Daisy. And she was a cow dog, Queensland Heeler, just a beautiful dog, well-mannered. And she was outside one of the doors that we replaced. It's a slide door, and at least it was then. And it was about 4-ish. In the afternoon. The reason why I know it happened then was because that's when I feed my dogs, and I feed them their main meal at 4:00 in the afternoon. They're able to eat anytime they want, but that's their main meal. And so I had prepared it, and it was waiting for them, and I wanted to bring in, one of my dogs was outside with Daisy. One of my dogs was inside in her quote unquote box. It's just a kennel. She loved to just sleep in it. And she was older, and she didn't like the young dogs, so that was her way of getting away. And this was a pattern. She would always do that. So I know she wasn't one of the dogs outside. Okay, let me leave it at that. I get another drink. Just kidding. If you guys really want to know the truth, I'm drinking this because I'm on a certain kind of medication. You can't drink alcohol. This has a little bit in it. But really, I just like beer. Like a lot of you guys, probably. And I gotta admit, I never dreamed that no alcohol beer or low alcohol beer would be tasty, but it is pretty tasty. And it's cold because it's hot out. So, it's all good. So back to the story. So here's what happened. My friend and I are on the inside of the house. We're standing next to the slide. So if the slide is here, one person is standing here, one person is standing here. The slide would be sliding open that way. Her dog was outside the door about, I'd say, 6 feet away, sitting. literally sitting up like this, looking at her. My dog was about, I'd say, 12 feet away, and she was doing the same thing, sitting. And what we were trying to do was get Daisy in to let my dog in order to feed my two dogs. Feed them inside the house. Leave Daisy outside so they could eat. And sorry if I'm swatting, but I've got these little natty little flies that are driving me nuts. They've just been coming around the last few weeks, and I don't know what they're here for, but let's hope nothing bad. Anyhow, so, okay. We're standing there, and we're trying to get her dog to stay. So we're saying, stay. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. That's what we're saying to my dog. And at one point, it was bizarre, just absolutely crazy. And I'm telling you the exact story how it happened. We're standing there, and we have the slide open, probably large enough for maybe a dog to go through. So I slid the door a little bit more, and we both parted. So, like I said, I keep knocking this thing. The door frame, there's two sections of a slide. There's the slide part and then the other part of the window. So the slide was open, and I opened it just a little bit further for a dog to go in. And here we are standing, and we both opened up this way, inward, like that. And she the same, mirroring me, only she's on the other side. We both opened up to let a dog in. And then I look down, and it's literally second. I let the dog open up. She opens up. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Just a second. So we open up, and I look over, and I look down. And this is the hardest part to explain. I saw what my mind gathered was like a ribbon. I swear that's what it looked like. It's so hard to explain, but it was about that wide at the widest point. As I'm looking down, I'm seeing this ribbon, and it's squared off kind of at the end where it's at its widest point. And then it tapers down, and it was about 18 inches or so. And it tapered down to a little tail. And I don't mean like a dog tail. I just mean like it was this wide, and at 18 inches, or before then, it started getting smaller, and then sort of like that, like a tail. And I saw that with my eyes, and it was black as coal, a little shiny, not see-through. And as I'm looking at it, my mind is saying dog. My mind was saying dog the entire time this whole thing happened. The entire time. I have to tell you guys, this happens to be what I see. I see ghost animals. This was one of the instances where I saw one. Because we have had animals pass on our property, and the people before us as well. So it could have been a number of different dogs. Anyway, whoever it was, I believed it in my mind, in my mind's eye. It was a dog. As I parted, it was a dog going through. But when I looked down, all I saw was that ribbon. And then the ribbon literally just disappears in thin air. Like that little tail I said kept going. The whole thing kept moving. It just wasn't stagnant. It moved through between us and then gone into thin air. Saw it with my own eyes. And I said out loud, I go, "Hey, girl." And my friend says, "Which dog you looking for?" I said, "The black one." She goes, "She's still on the porch. She never moved, and neither did Daisy. They're both still on the porch." The third dog in the area, was in the bedroom. It wasn't her. It wasn't my dog, the black one, Sophie. It wasn't Daisy. It was crazy. It was so cool though. So I said to my friend after I said the black one, she goes, she's right there. I go, did I just see what I thought I saw? And she says, yeah, we opened up for a dog to come through. And I go, well, what did you see? And she goes, and this is the crazy thing, you guys, because this is something I want to pound home. If you see something in a spiritual sense that is able to manifest itself, your vision will most likely not be the same vision, I mean literally what you see, as someone else. The reason why I say this is I've had too many instances where I've seen something and somebody else has seen it, but they've seen it differently than me, but we both got the same intuitive spark of what we were seeing. And in this case, 100% dog. It's a sense that I get when I do see them. I don't literally see a dog. I got other stories, so I'm not going to let that cat out of the bag. But point being is, if I see something, you're probably not going to see it the same way if we do happen to see the same instance of manifestation. Now, perfect example is I asked my friend, I said, what did you see? Now, I'm looking inward, like the window's behind me. The slide is right here, but the window, the main front room, this is from front room, window was at my back. Whereas my friend, when she opened up, the window was at her front. And I say that because I'm thinking that might be cause for how she saw things so differently that day. So I asked her what she saw. And she said, she goes, I saw a curtain, a shimmery white curtain. What? I saw a black ribbon. To me, now I'm just going to use this as an example. It just happened to be something that's sitting here. It's one of those stupid mice things. They crawl up, fall into the pail. Well, anyway, something like this. Okay. What I saw moved through us was thicker, but to me, it didn't feel like it had depth to it. Like it was thin as a ribbon. Hers was the other way around. It was shimmery, long, this way. I know. Pretty crazy stuff. I can't make heads or tails of it. But as I said, we've had animals pass on our property, and it could have been a number of any one of those. But that's what we saw. I did later check to see if the dog, just in case, was in the bedroom. She was. And we ended up just chalking it up, to apparition. That's exactly what we saw, was an apparition. And it was, I believe, of a dog, because I asked her, I said, not only what did you see, I said, what did you feel? What did you think it was? And she said, a dog. Now, all of that's crazy. The whole story is crazy. But the fact that we literally, me and her, no words were spoken. I didn't say, move. I didn't say anything except for I was trying to get my dog in. I said to my dog, come on, girl. And she never moved. And she was just still sitting there. She must have been seeing the ghost dog. Maybe so. I don't know. But she was just sitting there. And that was the weird part, because we moved. We literally, both of us moved. In other words, to make a whole part. We were standing kind of hip to hip, because I really didn't want her dog to run in as we were calling my dog in. So that's why we were sort of standing close to each other with the door open so that only one dog could get through, and we were out of the way, or we were kind of acting as a gate, if you will. Okay. And we both literally parted at the exact same time. And I look down and I see that ribbon, and then I see it disappear. And in my mind, you guys, literally in my mind, I thought I just let a dog in. It did not click on me until afterwards that whatever that was spiritual energy. It was an apparition. It wasn't flesh and blood. Because I literally I can't do it here, but I took a couple steps into the house and I said, come on, girl, where you at? And I'm looking around and she goes, what dog you're calling for? And I said, the black one. And she says, she's still right there. That's how that whole thing went down, you guys. And I count my blessings every single time I see something like this, because I really do believe that it's a gift to be able to see it. And I don't mean I have a gift to see it. I just mean, in the moment, the spiritual energy gave me a gift to let me see it. And I don't know, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I mean, wow. I just don't know what to make of it, but it's all true. And I have a witness. That's the best part, you guys. I've seen other things where I have had witnesses, and like I said, I won't let the cat out of that bag, but yeah. I had a couple that I didn't have witnesses on, and those were the ones I questioned the most, because I didn't have anybody to talk to and ask what they saw. So that's my story on Area 58 Mysteries today. I hope you liked it. I enjoyed telling it to you, and I enjoyed having a little bit of beer. Because let me tell you, it's hot. We're supposed to get some cold snap coming up here by next month sometime. But right now in our area, it is beautiful. We've got frogs going crazy at nighttime, toads. I know, it's crazy in the desert, but we do have them. And it's just been beautiful weather, and we've been taking advantage of that. So I hope you're taking advantage of whatever weather you got. If it's cold, you can still make do. Make some warm soup or something. Sit by the fire. Or if it's warm like it is here, get out and do stuff, because pretty soon it's not going to be that way. You know how it is. I hope you enjoyed the story. I sure enjoyed telling it to you. You've been listening to me, Teresa Parker, your host on Area 58 Mysteries. And if you guys would like to see a personal story of yours told on air, send it to me. I can absolutely read it if you'd like. You can reach me at Area 58 at Gmail. Area 58 Mysteries at Gmail. Almost forgot the mysteries part. But again, thank you for joining me, you guys. I sure enjoyed it. And you guys have a good day.